step right through. Now the floor feels warm when I get close to you. We don't need a map, we don't need a sign. There's a shimmer in the air and it's pulling us in time. One little touch and the whole room turns. If we go down deep, tell me what we find. You and the Midas well, you and the Midas well. Dive deep with me, find the golden moment.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. We back. First off, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. Shouts out to y'all. We making this happen. Like and subscribe. Keep this thing going, and we gonna stay with it. Keep bringing you some good hits. Here go another one.
A rapper, pregnant by a married man. And according to the streets, when she refused to get rid of that baby, somebody put a $30,000 hit on her head. At the time this happened, she had flight booked for that same morning to go be with her sister, but never made it to the airport. This is the story of Qualisha Barnes, and by the end of this, you are going to understand exactly how calculated this was.
Y'all know who Baby is? I don't know who Baby is, but she looked like she had it going though for sure. Drop a couple of her songs in the comments if y'all know who she is, so I could tap in and see who she is.
Before the crime, there was a person worth knowing, because when you know who Qualisha Barnes was, what
She was bad too, low key.
happened to her lands completely different. Born and raised in southwest Detroit, Michigan, she was known in the hip-hop world by her stage name, Sidity. Her mother, Francine Lopez Stewart,
Oh yeah, Baby had it going on low key. Shouts out to D-Town.
explained it best. She loved makeup, dressing up, and beauty. Her sister, Shatara Davis, said it simpler. Meet her once and you instantly loved her. She was a jokester, always cracking jokes and bringing a natural energy into the room. For 10 years, she built a life in Atlanta after starting from nothing. The music was one lane, with collaborations alongside Icewear Vezo, Babyface Ray, and Peasy, carrying real weight back in Detroit.
Shouts out to my boy Peasy.
I've been getting to this money, where you been at? Where your watch, where your chain, where your kid at? Where your purse, where your crib, where you live at?
Where your watch, where your chain, where your kid at? Where them blocks to that came, where them strips at? Known for getting off pounds, call it bench press. One night with me and you would never get your bitch back. Shopping on Rodeo Drive.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC.
Running alongside the music was So Sidity Boutique, an online clothing business she owned and operated herself. Then there was the lane most people didn't see. She was earning her Bachelor of Science in Nursing at South College in Chamblee. She made the dean's list, sitting just 2 semesters away from a healthcare degree. Her family noted she explicitly chose to step away from rapping and closed her physical boutique in 2022 to lock in on school. She wanted to build a stable lifestyle for the family she envisioned. To those closest to her, she wasn't a persona, she was Lele. 2 years before her death, she posted pictures celebrating a brand new Range Rover Sport with a red bow on the hood.
She got that white thing.
Something she worked for and earned. That truck represented the life she was building, and it is the exact vehicle she was sitting in when someone took her life. For over a year, Qualisha had been vocal about wanting a baby. When the pregnancy happened, she was 14 weeks along and told only a few people. The man she was involved with was married, with a new baby at home and a wife who had no idea this pregnancy existed. A whole family was already in place, and this situation threatened to pull it apart. According to sources close to the family, the pressure came immediately to terminate the pregnancy. It would expose the affair, the lies, and the separate life. Qualisha refused. According to her family, that refusal is what set everything that followed in motion. Here is what the streets are saying. Law enforcement has not officially confirmed this, but the family has spoken publicly. The belief is that a $30,000 bounty was placed on Qualisha's head by the man who got her pregnant, unwilling to let the pregnancy destroy his marriage. $30,000 to make a pregnant woman disappear.
Boy, you tripping. She was a cutie. You might as well have gone and added that one to the roster. Just went home and told baby what time it was. You know what I'm saying?
And it allegedly worked. To understand exactly how that hit was carried out, we have to retrace the final hours leading up to that night. Because of severe morning sickness and pregnancy symptoms, Qualisha had spent the last month staying at her mother's apartment in Sandy Springs. On Tuesday evening, April 7th, she left the apartment to handle her business. She and her mother actually stayed on the phone chatting until midnight, explicitly agreeing that Qualisha needed to be at the airport by 6:30 a.m. for her 9 a.m. flight to see her sister in Detroit. Shatara had told her to come so she could take care of her during the pregnancy. That leaves a mysterious, critical 1.5-hour gap. Qualisha lived on the northeast side of Atlanta. Springside Place in southeast Atlanta was not her neighborhood. The family is direct. She was lured there, contacted that night by someone she trusted enough to meet at an isolated hour in a neighborhood that wasn't hers. Someone knew exactly where she would be because someone made sure she went there. At around 1:23 in the morning on Wednesday, April 8, 2026, Atlanta police received a call regarding shots fired near Cleveland Avenue. Officers arrived at the 2900 block of Springside Place and found Qualisha unresponsive in the driver's seat of her black Range Rover, which had come to a stop in the middle of the roadway.
Gunshots, and then
Was the Range Rover black or white that she got hit in? Because he said it was the same one that she got the drop on. You know what I'm talking about? And it looked like that was a black one. I ain't sure.
car, Honda, this little street, like
News tonight, a pregnant rapper from Detroit is murdered in Atlanta. She was shot 4 times in the face this week. And her family tells us they have a good idea why she was targeted and killed.
According to the family of Qualisha Barnes, she was 14 weeks pregnant when she was shot 4 times in the face.
Probably because I know I'm worth a million.
You may know her by her stage name, Sadiddy.
The only Diddy in my city
Okay, Sadiddy. I think I have heard of baby.
with a lit wrist.
But those closest to her know her as a daughter and a sister.
I know her as Qualisha. I know her as Lily. I know her as we in the same house, in the same bed. That's what I know her as. All that friend stuff, I don't care about none of that. That was my sister. That was my baby.
Give us the strength that we need
She was definitely the one out of them 3, though.
to survive.
Hand in prayer, the family of Qualisha Barnes asked God for strength while coming to terms with her senseless killing. And it's moments like this that are helping them deal with her death.
Generally, if you met Lily, you instantly loved her. And she was such a jokester, you know. She liked to laugh, and she always cracking jokes on me.
Barnes's mom, Francine Lopez Stewart, says her rap name fits her perfectly.
She loved makeup. She loved dressing up. She loved beauty. So, and she was the Diddy.
But Barnes wasn't just a rapper. She was also an aspiring nurse.
She made the dean's list. She had like 2 more semesters to go. She was so proud of herself, and we were so proud of her.
Someone stood outside that truck and fired multiple shots directly into her face. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The unborn child did not survive. When you strip away the street rumors and look strictly at the timeline, the calculation becomes undeniable. The planning started long before that night, but how the family realized something was wrong exposes just how calculated this execution was. At 6:30 a.m., her mother called to ensure she was at the airport. Qualisha didn't answer. An hour later, her mother had Shatara track the location of Qualisha's phone. The phone didn't ping to the airport, and it didn't ping to Springside Place. It pinged to a bank. This digital trail strongly suggests her belongings were moved or handled immediately after the shooting. Her mother didn't find out about the homicide until a detective called her around 9 a.m. As of right now, no arrests have been made. Atlanta PD has not officially named a suspect. Lieutenant Christopher Butler confirmed the case is active, with detectives actively pulling area surveillance, retracing her final movements, and canvassing for cameras that captured the vehicle.
General idea of the route that was taken, so we're going to have to backtrack some information to figure out the exact circumstance, if anybody was with her or not.
The family is not staying quiet. Francine Lopez Stewart has been vocal that one person did not act alone. This was a coordinated conspiracy.
As for what justice looks like, Lopez Stewart says seeing not just one person held responsible, but multiple, because she believes her daughter was set up.
If you instigate something that causes a murder, then you need some kind, you need something. I think you need to go to jail too.
According to Barnes's family, she had been living in the metro Atlanta area for about 10 years. As far as the investigation into who may have killed her, well, Atlanta police says that's still under investigation.
Now, while researching this case, I came across Anton's reaction to it, which I found very insightful. I'd like to include a portion of his commentary for the purpose of general discussion and education only. Let me know what you all think about this.
So if she was in Atlanta, just follow me here, because I'm going to mine this out as best as I can. So if she was in Atlanta for over 10 years, then that means that she was an Atlanta rapper, not a Detroit rapper.
Shouts out to this dude. I don't know who he is, but since they running his content, you know what I'm talking about, tap in with the kid.
I don't think that matters. The fact that people are living
Anton Daniels. Y'all know who Anton Daniels is?
his lifestyle, and then it ultimately ended in a demise, and I'm never going to celebrate the death of anybody, is diabolical. Prayers up for her family, prayers up for the people that loved her, prayers up for her children if she had any. It's unfortunate. I want to see people become way more successful and living regular lives. This fast life, because I'm a attack this from multiple different angles. This fast life is trash.
Hey, he for sure ain't told no lie. That fast life shit, that shit for the birds, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, get you a good education, get you a foundation, make you some money, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your family, live your life, enjoy your life, vacation, have some fun, take some photos, and be there for the ones that love you and care about you. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing in the streets.
Know that I get called a lame, a nerd, because I don't promote degenerate culture. I don't celebrate things that are negative for the people. I actually push family. I push getting old. I want everybody to get older in good health. I actually want people to be better educated and to have really wholesome lives and to fall back into the arms of God. And that's not a popular take, especially from where I come from.
He just said the same thing I said, man. Take care of your family, man. Eat good, drink a lot of water, be there for your folks, enjoy your life, stay out the streets. It ain't nothing in the streets.
I was raised in a church. I was raised in an environment where you always put God first, So my lens that I look at it as, even though you may have been raised in a hood, even though you may have, experienced or seen some diabolical things, it always comes back to family. It always comes back to God. It always comes back to, yo, what's best for us? And I'm always trying to figure out how to play the long game, right? So when I see people living a certain lifestyle, and I'm not saying don't have fun, I'm not saying don't move to a different city, and I'm also not saying, completely divest yourself or no longer talk to people that have held you down or, you've been in a cool situationship with for a long time. But I'm saying that you got to keep your eyes on the long game. And it seemed like we've heard this story over and over and over again 1,000 times. Young girl, go to a different city, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York, Miami, Chicago, go to
Say, man, take it easy on my city, man. It ain't got nothing to do with us right now.
A different city, living a different life. You know, they going to school, whatever, trying to do better for themselves. And at the same time, they in that lifestyle or they may be dealing with somebody, you know, because what they're basically insinuating to me, I've never actually met or heard the girl. And maybe because she's been in Atlanta for over 10 years, they say that she's from Detroit. They say that she's a Detroit rapper. I would probably label her more of an Atlanta rapper because you are the environment that you know, that you spend the majority of your time in. But you know, they saying that she was targeted because she was pregnant. Then basically what they're saying is that it's whomever it was that got her pregnant, which would also lead you to believe that her friends and family knows who did it. To be honest with you, and again, I don't tell people how to grieve. Everybody seemed a little too cool to me.
I don't know if that's the right thing to say. Everybody seemed too cool. Obviously, they all grieving. Everybody hurt. I understand what he's saying, but in the same breath, you know, you can't combat violence with violence, and so they got to let them people do their job. People got their assumptions. Don't nobody know nothing until the courts get involved and they get some solid evidence and somebody get convicted.
I'm not even sure that I would give an interview unless I'm asking for the police or I'm petitioning for the police to find who the killer is. And you know, people know who the killer is. They say that they shot that girl, what, 4 times, or they shot her in the head or something like that. And they wanted to make sure that man, whoever she was dealing with, whatever lifestyle that she was involved in, it wasn't good. And I don't advocate, nor do I believe that anybody, unless you are doing.
And then keep it real, ain't nobody in the position. That's a cold freeze frame. Ain't nobody in the position to say what kind of life she was living because y'all don't know. This cat, he just assuming. I get it, but in the same breath, he not the authority over her. He don't really know this lady day by day. We don't know what caused this. It could have been anything.
Something egregious, trying to take somebody else's life, messing with a little kid or something like that. I don't believe that anybody deserves to die, right? I don't care, you know, who you don't like or what neighborhood that you live in. You don't deserve to die if you're not doing something to cause some harm on somebody else's life that will put them in danger. I don't think that you deserve to die. But at the same time, when you involve yourself in a certain lifestyle, what do you think is going to happen? Nothing good can come from it. Usually it's going to end unless you can get out, and you got to get out and try to stay away from it. You might have to move away to a different city or whatever. Nothing good can come from involving yourself in and surrounding yourself by people or a lifestyle that's not going to be conducive for your future. Even if it seemed like it's fun at the time, even if it seemed like it's cool at the time, you got to get the heck up out of that, man. And you know, when people always claim the hood or they always talking about, yo, I'm from this or I'm from that, yo, I am not. I am the thing that I am at that particular time. I am not my circumstances. I am not necessarily where I come from. I'm where I am.
Now that I agree with. Boy made a good point right there. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't where you from, it's where you at in life, you know?
I'm where I am. I personally choose to live, work, and play in Detroit because I just love this city. I love everything about it. It's not just that I was born and raised here, is that I actually love the city. I adore what the city is becoming. I love the evolution of what this thing is to become. And so now, you know what I'm saying? I'm promoting a different type of lifestyle. I'm showcasing and highlighting the good that comes along with living a clean lifestyle, being a family person, raising your kids the way that you're supposed to raise them kids up. And I'll tell you another thing. I believe that there are people that know exactly who it is that did it. And that's why I don't necessarily trust the community, nor do I celebrate the culture, because anytime that killers can run around free and other people know exactly who it is that killed them is crazy to me. That's not normal to me. You're not supposed to have killers running around in the community and people know who they are. No snitching. People know what's happening. The family, I'm assuming they may have an inkling or a perspective of who they think did it and all of that stuff. Nah, dog. Nah.
Yeah, that's a very sad story. Shouts out to her and her family. I know they grieving and whatnot. It's some more information on this. I'll tap back in. We get a part 2 going. But you see it, you know what I'm saying? Another life gone on Cleveland Ave, down in the A. Baby was from D-Town. Seemed like she was a sweetheart, but you never know what people got brewing. Um, the only advice I could give you is, focus on what you want to do and kind of shake them streets, you know. Focus on your family, your education, your foundation, your friends, and betterment for your life, health, wealth, and some love, and you'll be all right. Y'all tapped in again with the Might As Well. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Like and subscribe. You know what it is. I'll see you on the next go around.